Okay, what's up, traders? Welcome to the first stream with me with GoCharts. I'm going to speak to you a little bit about my thoughts on what I did today in terms of trades, what I took, and then how I'm doing in the competition as well. Not as good as I'd liked on that account, but I did manage to catch some NASDAQ short. So we'll get that up. But yeah, before you get into it, you can see I'm up $500 across my accounts. But currently, I'm lying 14th for the day, just up $76. You can only trade 2 contracts on the Nasdaq, so I managed to get a little bit of a short here on it. But yeah, we'll see how we end up going for the rest of the day. If we can find any trades on stream together, and then yeah, make sure you do join the competition. The link I'll put them through here. But yeah, GoChamp. It's still in beta at the moment. Pretty cool competition with cash prizes as well to be won. So make sure to hit that up, and we can go from there. I'll put the link in the chat right now for you guys, and then let's see what we can catch on stream here, if we can catch anything. But this is essentially the platform where you can go and register. Okay, as I said, it still is in beta at the moment, but looking really, really cool. And cash prizes up for grabs. So let's yeah, let's see if we can catch any trades here live on stream together. I'll put it here in the comment section. How's your guys' day going? And yeah, let me know. But this is the competition, and then as I said, like currently lying 14th at the moment on the day. As I said, just green on the day. Some guys are absolutely crushing it. So yeah, it definitely is quite a cool concept that is brand new. Cool. So, okay, so let me speak to you about my trade that I took at the moment. Let's go like this. Let's go like that. So I took a NASDAQ short. So I had like a pre-market plan that I was looking at. We're moving higher pre-market, but still underneath Friday's highs. So I was watching those levels. There's 4 levels that I watch every single day. Pre-market highs and lows, and previous day's highs and lows. That's what I love to look at from a perspective of just looking at levels that we're trading off of. And then if I just get that up over here. So the NASDAQ was trading into those pre-market highs as well as the previous day's highs. So previous day's highs was all the way up here at 25,140. And I did like, maybe a potential play up to them, but that wasn't the case. And we end up flushing, and I end up getting the short. So actually should get my chart up that I did. Let's just get that up over there. Sorry, just give me a second. This is my chart, my trade that I did take. As you can see, I was out pretty quickly on it. I didn't like that bounce, and then we're getting stuck at low of day. But I got a great entry on the second price at around like 9:30, and that's basically where I made most of my bucks on that entry. I entered quite nice size on that. So that was my short position, and I did take that on that account, but still getting used to the platform and everything like that. So yeah. Cool. So anyone in the chat here that is trading live managed to catch anything? So as I said, I did have a level back down here on support on the NASDAQ, back down at 24,750, where we're trading at right now. We can see we've been respecting this for quite some time. I wouldn't say just come in and buy it over here, but we have been showing some strong support. For those that do know, I love using the age-fill data. And then, yeah, we're going to be running these streams with GoCharts and seeing if I can level up in that competition throughout this week. What's up? There we go. Yep, we can see. So say what's up in the chat. As I said, we're going to start getting these live streams going every single day of the week at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure to join, come in the comment section. And then as you can see, I'm already ranked. I was ranked 9th after that little win, but some of these guys are trading really, really well. So we'll see what we can get into the rest of the afternoon. Personally, I do find that, like, if we do find a clear move already in the off the open, it can sometimes slow down into the afternoon. But let's see. Perfect. Okay, cool. So as I said, you can register. I'll put the link in the chat there too. And yeah, I mean, it is a competition account, so I do want to see if we can potentially find some trades, and see if we can go. Cool. So again, as I said, I don't really like fading momentum. Stocks are trading lower. Nvidia was up at the highs, and then we kind of did fade away. So I don't want to be, just going counter trend to what my trade was earlier today. So right now, we'll see if we can just scalp a few ticks here, maybe get back up above like $150. And as I said, like there is cash prizes to be had here. Okay, so if we look over here, like this on the chart, it still is in beta phase, as I said, but really, really cool. Top trader earns 5K every week. Positive traders get $500 funded accounts. So that's pretty cool. Especially for newer traders coming into the space. I think these competitions are great for to just get their feet wet, right? And as you can see, sponsored by the CME Group, Plus 500 and Ninja Trader. Definitely is cool for these. Let's see the leaderboard, yeah? Geez, check these guys this week are crushing it. As I said, like this week on the weekly leaderboard, I'm currently 99. But that's from the total week. So these guys have clearly been trading. Yes, but the current day, I'm 14th. Okay, cool. So definitely got a better entry price on my personal and prop firm accounts, putting me up on the day. But we are sitting at these levels that we did bounce, but I'm not too keen on that. All the other indexes are falling off too. So I want to show you the platform. I mean, markets are kind of stalling at the moment. Let's just go down to like a 1 minute chart to look at. We haven't really done much in the last bit either. But you can trade any symbol that you want as well on this chart for this competition, which is quite cool. Obviously, you guys know how many trade indexes, but we are stalling out here at the moment as we speak. I would see this maybe returning to like the New York session VWAP. But again, it's not my trade. So someone's asking in the chat here, what's your setup? So my setup is pretty simple. I love using the opening range. So the first 15 minutes opening range high and the opening range low. Okay. And then basically from there, I look for either a break on one side and look to try and play the continuation. But basically we got the break to the low side, a pull back into that New York session VWAP, which is that blue line coming across my screen. The black line is the daily VWAP. Okay, and then I got short. And I missed out on this massive move there, but I got in at a nice price. I was just scalping for a couple points. I've been off the desk for 2 weeks, so good to just get back into the swing of things. What's your trading strategy? Order flow, I'm using a 1 year go chart planning volume with profile. Nah, so I know a lot of guys that do use volume profile. I might take a little bit of a long trade here on the NASDAQ just to show you guys how the actual thing works. Let's get that up there. Let's go like this. Okay, let's go. Just getting used to it. There we go. So let's buy 2 here. and just show you how the actual platform does work. So let's bar 2 here, and you can actually see now I'm in the position, and I'm up $8 at the moment. So is a really, really cool platform, but just having to get used to it right now. But this would be not a trade that I typically would take. I'm trying to just show you guys how the charting platform does use. But as I said, like a break and retest of the opening range is ideally my best setup. So ES had one as well, but this thing kind of just flushed. If we go down maybe to like a lower time frame, potentially, this could be pretty noteworthy. Like we break the opening range here, we pull back into that New York session view up, and we move down. I also had a few other confluences where if I go over here to my Ageful screener, you guys know that I love using this as well. But the Ageful screener was pointing that I should be short bias too, which is putting in a lot of data points into consideration for potential entries, right? So I'll show you how you actually close the trade. So I'm up $52 there. Let's close that trade, and then boom, nice little scalp there. So I'm up $122 right now. Let's go like this, and we can actually show you the leaderboard. So now I would be 13th. So what are these guys sitting on that above me? They're on 206, 274. The guy that's leading to it is up $7,000. Wow, that's massive. So yeah, let's go and take one. Let's show you again how you do enter the trade. We'll buy 2 here, so quantity 2. I'm trading MNQ. Let's buy again another 2. Okay. And I don't think you can actually enter more. I think it's, yeah, see, max allowed quantity for product. But I mean, you could also buy like the S&P. Let's go to like ES as well. And you could buy 2. Okay, there. So we'll be on NQ and ES. Okay, let's go to account. Then you can go my trades, my position. So you can see I'm up $20, $30 and $10. You can scalp though. We'll do a little bit of scalping here. Now I'm up $5 on ES, so we can scalp that $10. So there you go. See, it's pretty cool how you do execute on that. But again, my best trades are always going to be break and retests of that opening range. Things are just getting tanked off here. YM's down 1.5%. Where are you guys joining in from? So I'm personally from South Africa, but good to have you guys on stream here with me. Where are you guys tuning in from? Where are you guys tuning in from? I'm sure as we get to the streams here, go more on the Go chart, YouTube as well as my platforms as well, we'll get more guys joining as well. But again, like I'm just going to speak. We might actually, so Nasdaq now starting to roll over. So ideally the trade that I'd like to take, the shorts, but just showing you guys how to execute on them. Cool. So we can still see we're flattening out there quite a lot in terms of the trade right now. The shorts, I don't think a continuation play is a great position to be in right now. I might just scalp another little long here. Let's see if we can get that. Let's buy 2. And I want to see if you can actually buy another 2 as well. No, you can't. Okay, cool. So just getting used to the platform, the rules and everything like that. Let's buy 2 of the Nasdaq, see if we can scalp a little bit as well. Yeah, please welcome India. Okay, nice. Good to have you guys on. As I said, I'm from South Africa. Unfortunately, South Africa did beat India in the Cricket World Cup yesterday, so we'll take that. But yeah, welcome me to the Go Charting community. Yeah, good to have you. Good to be on with all you guys. So we see if we can pick off these lows here. as I said, I'm just trying to show you how the platform works and everything like that. I'm quite meticulous and, being quite thorough in the positions that I do take. But, it is a competition. You do have to play to win, right? And as I said, there's cash prizes up for grabs. So that's always going to be cool for you guys. So make sure to go and check that out. There you go. I'm up $59, $60. We'll exit that. There you go. So we're just trying to get back up on the leaderboard. Yeah. There you go. So you guys can actually see it's pretty easy to execute on the actual platform itself. And then, as I said, there's where you can actually execute the GoChamp rules. So let's have a look at kind of like the rules here. You get $5,000 in virtual cash. You can trade anything on the CME, max 4 positions simultaneously. Min 2 CME products per week. Time restrictions intraday, only no overnight. Min 1 trade every day. Daily max drawdowns $1,000. Yeah. Week must close in positive, and then the final result comes at the end of the week. Perfect. So pretty cool. And then, yeah, the winners get cash prizes. There you can see now I'm up to 12th, right, on the day. So let's see some of these guys: Brazil, India, America. So I'm up to 12th at the moment. There's a small CP icon and header if you want to learn more about the rules and watch getting started videos. Yep, there we go. So if you can watch this as well. Zero upfront risk, 5-day challenge. Let's get that up there like that. Finish screen. Nice. Number 1 trader wins up to $5,000 in cash. Yeah, it's pretty cool. In the trading, besides the UPL, in the trading terminal. Okay, in the trading terminal as well. So there should be an icon. Books, TV, dashboard. So the TV. Okay, so you get, okay, cool. That's pretty cool. You get learning products as well. Then the live stream will come up here. Dashboard. There you go. So you get my dashboard as well. You can look at my trades. Top right. Okay, cool. Let's have a look here. Is this unrealized profit beside in the trading terminal? Yep, there it is there. There's the rules. Correct. 5 active business days. There you go. Max 2 open contracts per instrument. Can you trade the minis? That will be interesting if you actually can trade the minis as well. No, or it just looks like the macros on, yeah. Just the macros. Yeah, but that's cool. Yeah, top right. There we go. So NQ still bouncing around, yeah. I'm a fan of legend Jacques Callas. I'm from India. There you go, Jacques Callas. And AB de Villiers, right? My mom was actually in India, and my sister, they were getting clothing, like garments and that for their business literally last month. So, yeah, Jacques Callas, the greatest cricket player to ever live, right? But yeah, looks like ES now and NQ. Do you want to find a little bit of a base here at the moment? As I said, I'm green on my accounts, but let's see. See if I can scalp a little bit of a more in here and see what we can get. I just don't like fading this momentum, but I mean, we are finding quick little scalps in it. Let's see if we can find another little scalp here on stream with you guys. What's your trading strategy? Yeah, so I love using the opening range. I trade indexes and stocks. I love using the opening range break for trading. Opening range with the VWAP, right? Have you guys heard of that? Tell about the VWAP strategy. So VWAP can be pretty simple as long as I think all trading strategies should be simple. But basically, using VWAP, I love using obviously support and resistance levels. I told you there's 4 levels that I look at every single day on the charts: pre-market highs and lows, and the previous day's highs and lows. But if you couple that with the opening range and VWAP, it can be pretty simple. For example, today on the NASDAQ, we traded below the previous day's highs, as well as the pre-market highs we came off of, we actually respected. And then if you can actually find plays, like you're looking for shorts now, short underneath VWAP and you buy above VWAP. Pretty simple. I'll try and keep it as simple as possible. But let's see if we can find another quick little scalp here on the NASDAQ. Let's buy another 2. Let's see if we can get another little scalp here on the NASDAQ. So you're up 37 bucks, you're up 42. Let's take another little scalp there, 47 bucks. That will put me up 263 on the day right now. The delta data. I'm not too sure you can get the delta data, but how are you deciding on the scalp? So basically we flattened out now and I'm just looking to bar off that support and resistance zone. Okay, so basically on the scalps, we flattened out here. It's not my ideal trade, but I don't like the continuation to the downside. We've kind of flattened out. I'm just looking to bar off of this level here, back up to the highs. I'm thinking price can move back up there. So I'm just trying to take quick little scalps back up to the highs. But when I go live, I'm good. I'll show you later. Yeah, I don't personally use data, so that'll be great for, yeah. How are you deciding on the, okay, it's a study section. Yeah, so you can find the study section in the top right. Let's go there. So the study section in the top right over here. Where was it? There we go. Let's go like this. There's a rules registration. No, it's not there. Okay, so you can find the study section. There you go. Is it over here? Top left menu near charts. Okay. Oh, study section. There we go. Okay, so you can find the order flow and everything like that over there. Brilliant. Very, very nice. I like this platform. Cool. So I still think price could still make its way higher. As I said, I don't particularly like this entry. It is going against the trend, but I mean, we could still find that we get a little bit of movement to the high side. And I do want to move up the leaderboard, that's for sure. So let's see if we can get another 2 bar 2 and get it back up to those highs. At the moment, the leaderboard, I'm sitting 12th on the day, up 263. So we want to see if we can just get a little bit of momentum. We're kind of basing out here. The NASDAQ and everything are falling off. The Nvidia, and that's kind of rebounding as well. Let's see, yes. So now I'm down 40 bucks on this trade. I don't see. Do still prefer the shorts, but let's see what NASDAQ does. NASDAQ. As I said, I think if NASDAQ holds a space like this at 726, I think we could definitely find a way back up to that New York session VWAP. Yeah, nice. So Guidewood is going to show you the delta. I don't personally use delta. There you go, getting a little bit of rise here. Let's see if we can go see, and you can just toggle over. You can also favorite your favorite instruments as well. So we toggle over to ES. Let's bar 2 over here as well. See if we can get a little bit of rise on that as well. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? Make sure to put in. But as I said, at what time frame you trade most? I mainly like using the 5 minute. 5 minute along with like a 50-minute. I think a lot of traders, if they get caught trading like lower time frames, over trading, stuff like that, they can put themselves in a predicament. So I like using like the 5 minute for entries and exits. I am trying to scalp a little bit differently on this account because it is obviously competition. So, I do want to try and get myself up there. So now down 96 bucks, 92. So it shows you quite easily where you are lying on your trade as well. See, see, the NVIDIA is trying to bounce a little bit here. Personally, we can see NVIDIA as well. This would have been a great trade for the way that I like to trade. NVIDIA, we took out the opening range low underneath the session VWAPs, and then you get the nice retest off the lows there back down to the downside. But we are basing out at the moment on the NASDAQ. So let's see. I mean, if we get back up to these highs over here, that would be a fantastic trade. Good questions, guys. Keep them coming through. I don't want to give back all my profits on the day, so if I have to cancel, I will. There you go. So you can see the platform. Yeah, we're not getting any follow through at the moment. Perfect, guys. But how long have you guys been trading? I've personally been trading 9 years. So yeah, it's been a good yeah, I mean, you learn a lot from trading that much time, right? I use the 15-minute orb. 15-minute orb. That's a good question. The 15-minute orb. I know some guys do lose like the 1 hour for like the first initial balance and stuff like that. Personally, I use the 15-minute opening range. Yeah, 15-minute opening range with some key levels, previous day's high and low, pre-market high and low, and VWAP. Correct. So every single day I come in and mark out the charts. Okay, so if I'm trading ES, come to a 15-minute time frame. I personally think that more traders would do better if they take less trades. I'm always a big proponent of that. But I mark out levels, okay? So previous day's highs, you can see I've got a level marked out of here, previous day's lows. And I look to find areas of interest and then wait for the open to happen. And as you can see, we never actually took out the opening range high here. Hence why I took the shorts. But now we are bottoming out at a level of support that I was interested in. So we'll see what we can do. Again, this is a competition account. There's competitions every single day, every single week. So you got to push sometimes to see if you can actually get up there. This trade's not working out as I would have liked to. So we might have to cut this here. Let's see. Let's see NASDAQ. NASDAQ still trading above 730. So we still are at this support zone that I would like to see if we can hold. Let's go down to a lower time frame. See, we've been holding the support zone quite often. That's sometimes where you do want to be in with smaller size and then maybe add to your position. I'm just getting used to the platform and everything though. So cool. So it needs to bounce from this level if I do want to try and stay in this trade. There we go. We are finding a little bit of support, yeah. Any other questions in the chat, guys? How long have you all been trading? Do you take any YouTube channel where you take the live trades every day? I do, yeah. On my YouTube channel, I do. You can check it out over here. So if you want to follow me on my social media accounts and everything like that, you can do that too. Okay, here it is, yeah. I'll put the link in my bio. That link is in my bio. You can trade live with me every single day. There's all my social media accounts up there, right? So come check me out over there. Yeah, so if we don't bounce here, then I would have to cut this trade and see and reevaluate. I'm just trying to play off the lows here, but it's not working too great at the moment. As I said, I'm just trying to attack on this challenge account, this competition account. But we are rolling over here, so let me get out of this. So exit, see, then you can exit pretty easily over there at the bottom. Okay. And now I am still up 81 bucks on the day. Okay, so nothing, no damage done. We actually are rolling over quite aggressively right now. Let's see, shorts are still the play. Maybe this wants to come back down to the lows at 679. Right. Again, this is a competition-based account, so you do have to attack because guys are already up like seven grand the winner, the lead at the moment. But we are rolling over here as we speak. Cool. So I've spoken about how I trade. There we go. We are rolling over quite aggressively over here. I wonder if you can also trade. Just see what other instruments you can actually trade. Swiss 6A. We'd like to see if we can get the DAX over here. So FDAX, the FDAX ticker. How do you trail stops? I don't really trail stops as aggressively as I'm normally like I'll take normally if I go up like 1 hour, I'll take off half, and then I'll put my stop loss to break even. So normally at around 1 hour, I'll look to manage and trail stops. So another good question that. You can also see we have earnings this week, NVIDIA earnings. So for those that trade indexes, NVIDIA earnings are coming out on Wednesday post market. So you can see NVIDIA earnings come out Wednesday after the close. And that will obviously move markets. So you have to, if you are trading indexes, you have to know when earnings are coming out to stay on top of things, right? So I think that was actually a good exit. Trying to play the longs there back towards VWAP. Unfortunately, coming back down now. Now we've got a 15-minute hourly, and the daily chart as well does not look particularly good on the NASDAQ. We can see actually on the NASDAQ right now, we are trading 6%, 7% of all-time highs. I want to see if maybe we can play a bounce play back towards those highs. So let's go back to the GoChamp. And again, here's where you can sign up for the leaderboard, the rules. You can check them all out. Okay. So, yeah. Register, compete, went up to $500 in funding. Something about being profitable at the end of the 5-day valuation. There we go. I want to see if we can maybe play a bounce play. Let's buy 2-year, buy the ES and NASDAQ off these lows here. Just want to see if we can find a little bit of support over here again. There we go. Any other questions in the chat? I know as soon as we get more, the stream is going and everyone competing, I think it'll be quite fun. We'll get the chat engaging. And yeah, but as I said, I do have a live stream. I took my trade live on my YouTube channel, so you can actually go and rewatch that video. I took it live for you guys to actually go and have a look at. And I think it was a pretty well executed trade, I must say. As I said, putting me up $500 on the day so far, $500. Okay, so yeah, let's see if this wants to hold at the lows though. There you go. There we go. So we're getting a little bit of a bounce here, up $100. See, I wonder if you can. Yeah, you can't add more to this trade. It will. Yeah, I think you got the limitation there. There you go. So you can see the P&L running in front of you. See if I can run this back to the highs. So that's why I'm not closing out right now. I'd like ideally to see this come back to the highs. Let's just zoom in here. So we got in right at that low. I would like it to see come back up to that high. What symbol do you trade most? NASDAQ and ES. Yeah. I do trade a little bit of the DAX in the London session, but NASDAQ and ES are the ones I trade the most. Yeah. There you go, up 178, 183. There you go, 238. So close the ES, NASDAQ looks like we're running a little bit better. Do you see what I'm saying about that zone that I was talking about? That's why I always like looking at the levels on ES and NQ. Pre-market highs and lows, and then the previous day's highs and lows. So NQ bouncing there. I'm actually going to close that NQ trade as well. So we'll be up $306 on the day, and see if we do want to bounce a little bit, what we do want to do after that. So you can see I'm still lying in 13th now. Okay, that should update. Let's get that to update. Okay, so I should be lying. Leaderboard. Okay, so waiting for the P&L to update. But I'm up $300, so I should be lying in like ninth place. So yes, what symbol do I trade? Leaderboard update in 1 to 2 minutes. Perfect. So yeah, symbol I trade most, ES and NQ. As I said, I do trade a little bit of the DAX as well, which is the German stock market index. And it does move very, very nicely. It moves similar to the NASDAQ. Moves similar to the NASDAQ, right? Cool. Let's go back to NQ. So maybe something what we can get on NQ. See how we've come back down now. Maybe what we can get is I'm going to actually look to scalp another position. We're coming off of those lows. So let's buy 2 over there. We're coming off of those lows. I'm looking for them. We didn't break for a new low. See that? How we didn't break for a new low? So I'm looking to maybe scalp back up towards these highs at 758. Again, I this is more for the competition. I'm trying to just test the waters and show you how to actually manage risk using the platform. It's more of a obviously competition account. I want to play and see if I can actually get it up in the cash prizes. Yeah, 45K subscribers, only 13 present. Yeah, GoCharts. We just started these live streams today, so hopefully we can get some more on for future streams. Yeah, they will join once you start doing regularly. Exactly. We just started this today. So they should be coming on once we do these streams and get them up and going more regularly for sure. Perfect. So as long as we hold this level here and we don't break for new low, I'm just going to try and stay in this trade. See what ES is doing. So as I said, we're just trying to play off those lows there. Geez, these guys to make that amount of money for the leaderboard with only 2 contracts is actually pretty crazy. I'll open the session and James will take over in the second half. Yep, exactly. Yep, that's brilliant. Looking forward to it. I have a very strong setup in the Indian market this month. There's only been one loss. The same setup works very well on Forex too. Brilliant. What type of setup is it? I'll be interested to know. On stocks, I'm assuming for the Indian market, correct? Yeah, stocks love to move. We're still fighting. There we go. So ES, I'm actually going to purchase 2 of ES. NASDAQ and ES usually move together, guys. So if I'm buying ES, I wouldn't say doubling down the risk, but if you are buying ES, NASDAQ and ES do tend to move simultaneously, right? There you go. So we're getting a little bit of rise here. 224661 is target on NDX. What's up? Not in stocks, it's just an index. Oh, okay, the Indian index, sure. Yeah, that makes sense. So we're getting a little rise here. So 661, yeah. I mean, I do like the shorts from the longer term perspective, but just intraday, we're not seeing any follow through past these lows. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a bounce from this level. Okay, we can also put on the pivot points, pivots like that. So we can actually see. Let's have a look here. Let's go to the 50-minute again. So we can actually see we are trading well below daily pivot as well. S2 would be down there. And yeah, I don't have S. Yeah, we actually have broken through S support 1. And these are just normal pivot points, right? Let's actually update them. Yep. Something I do look at from time to time as well, right? Yeah. What's up? Good to have you on. So we're going to be doing these streams live every single day at 12 Eastern time, right? There you go. There we go. So we're getting a little bit of pop here. So as I said, this was a level that I was watching. This is previous day's lows. This white dotted line coming across my screen that I was looking for just a bounce up towards. Okay. So we exit that one, 90 bucks, give or take. Yeah, 100 bucks on the dot and see if we can get a little bit of rise as well on ES. So looking good. So you can see I'm actually up for 410 now on the day. The leaderboard will update, but yeah, we got the whole week to actually get in on the money. Why don't you trade gold or Bitcoin? It's just not my game. I trade indexes and stocks really well. I mean, you could let's have a look at gold and Bitcoin. So gold is actually up 2% today. I mean, there is some really nice plays on them. It's just I wouldn't say that I know them as well as I know the the indexes and stocks, right? You always got to trade what you know, I guess. Let's just turn it off. So gold actually up today, Bitcoin down 4%. That's pretty rough. So Bitcoin's actually trading lower. Okay, so we're up 55 bucks. We'll scalp that a little bit too. So I'm now up 465 on the day on this account. So the leaderboard will take a little bit of time to update, but you can actually see I'm lying in fifth right now. Geez, that the leader's actually crushing it up, $7,000. Wow. So yeah, I just don't trade them because it's just not what I do best. You got to trade what you know, right? I think it's always going to be my take on things. So Nasdaq still finding a little bit of support here too, as I said, at that level. I definitely think we could be maybe making our way back up to the New York session view. See what Nvidia is doing. So got Nvidia as well bouncing to, let's go up to the 5-minute chart again. Yeah, happy for you, say really deserve it. Yeah, I mean, they're playing good cricket, right? They are playing good cricket. Yep. Cool. Couple more minutes here. This is why I was not like, yes, I got the shorts earlier today, but this is why I was not liking the continuation play. We are still just trading around that level that I spoke about, that I look at pre-market, right? Like pre-market lows and highs and previous days highs and lows. NQs coming directly off those previous days lows, as we can see. YM actually broke through it, so a lot weaker today on YM. But look on YM, if you look here clearly, look how we actually come off of those previous days highs, right? Perfect. Yeah, I think for now I might just leave that for the account for the day, because I've taken a few nice trades. I'm currently lying in 5th. I'm up 9% on the account today. Obviously, I'm trading this. It's at a competition account, so I'm trading it aggressively. But yeah, very, very. I'll take that. And what's the second place on 1880, 967? Yeah. And with not really even trading, I was trading 2 macros on these trades. 2 macros, right? So not even like big risk. But I hope that you guys have had a great day. We'll call it here in the next bit. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. So we'll be live every single day, 12 p.m. Eastern time for an hour, speaking about how to trade, how I've traded the day. Also just showing you the dashboard you have for this competition where you guys can actually win prizes. So appreciate your time. And we'll see you guys all on tomorrow. Cheers, everyone.